You think you can function on 5 hours of sleep? You think grinding through the night makes you tougher, more productive, more successful? Let me tell you what's really happening to your body when you skimp on sleep, and it's way worse than you think. We're talking about hormonal destruction, accelerated aging, and yes, your sexual performance taking a nosedive. If you're one of those guys who wears sleep deprivation like a badge of honor, this video is going to be a brutal wake-up call. What's up, guys? Today we're diving deep into the shocking effects of sleep deprivation on men's health. And I'm not talking about just feeling a little tired. I'm talking about the cascading biological disaster that happens when you consistently rob your body of the recovery time it desperately needs. I've analyzed the latest research from sleep medicine journals, consulted with sleep specialists, and what I discovered will change how you think about those late nights forever. Here's a statistic that should terrify you. Men who sleep less than 6 hours per night have testosterone levels equivalent to someone 10 to 15 years older. That means if you're 30 and chronically sleep-deprived, your hormones look like a 45-year-old's. And that's just the beginning of the damage. Today we'll break down exactly what happens to your testosterone, growth hormone, and cortisol when you don't get adequate sleep, how sleep deprivation is sabotaging your weight loss and muscle-building efforts, the devastating effects on your sexual health and libido, and why poor sleep is literally aging you at a cellular level. Plus, I'll share the exact sleep optimization protocol that can reverse this damage. Let's start with the hormonal carnage. Your testosterone production follows a circadian rhythm, with the majority being produced during deep sleep phases. A landmark study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association followed healthy young men and restricted their sleep to 5 hours per night for just 1 week. Their testosterone levels plummeted by 10 to 15%. That's the equivalent of aging 10 to 15 years in terms of hormonal function. But here's what's really disturbing: the effects compound. Another study in the journal Sleep found that men who consistently slept less than 6 hours had testosterone levels that were 15% lower than those getting 8 hours. We're not talking about a minor dip. This is clinically significant hormonal suppression that affects every aspect of masculine health. The mechanism is brutal. During the first few hours of sleep, you enter slow-wave sleep, which is when your pituitary gland releases luteinizing hormone. This hormone signals your testicles to produce testosterone. Skip this critical sleep phase, and you're literally missing the window for optimal testosterone production. It's like trying to charge your phone but unplugging it before it's done. You wake up depleted. Now let's talk about growth hormone. And this is where things get really scary for guys who want to build muscle and stay young. About 75% of your daily growth hormone is released during deep sleep, specifically during those first few slow-wave sleep cycles. Growth hormone is absolutely critical for muscle repair, fat metabolism, and cellular regeneration. A study in the Journal of Clinical Investigation showed that sleep-deprived men had 42% lower growth hormone levels compared to well-rested controls. Think about that. Nearly half the muscle-building, fat-burning, anti-aging hormone just gone because you stayed up scrolling through your phone or binge-watching Netflix. This explains why sleep-deprived guys struggle so much with body composition. You can train hard and eat right, but if you're not sleeping, you're sabotaging your results. Your muscles aren't recovering properly, your metabolism is sluggish, and your body is holding on to fat like it's preparing for a famine. Speaking of metabolism, let's discuss how sleep deprivation absolutely destroys your ability to lose weight and build muscle. When you're sleep deprived, your body produces more ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and less leptin, the satiety hormone. This creates a perfect storm of increased appetite and poor food choices. A study published in the American Journal of Epidemiology followed over 68,000 men for 16 years and found that those sleeping 5 hours or less per night were 32% more likely to experience major weight gain compared to those getting 7 hours. But it's not just about calories. Sleep deprivation specifically promotes visceral fat storage, that dangerous belly fat that surrounds your organs and suppresses testosterone even further. The insulin sensitivity connection is equally devastating. Just 1 night of poor sleep can reduce insulin sensitivity by up to 25%. Chronic sleep deprivation creates a pre-diabetic state where your body can't properly process carbohydrates, leading to fat storage and muscle loss. You're literally becoming metabolically dysfunctional. Now let's address the elephant in the room, your sexual health. Sleep deprivation doesn't just lower testosterone, it destroys your libido, erectile function, and sexual performance. The same study that showed the 15% testosterone drop also found significant decreases in sexual satisfaction and frequency of sexual thoughts. But the mechanisms go deeper than just hormones. Sleep deprivation impairs blood flow by damaging the endothelial cells that line your blood vessels. Poor blood flow means poor erectile function. A study in the Journal of Sexual Medicine found that men with sleep apnea, a condition that severely disrupts sleep quality, had significantly higher rates of erectile dysfunction. The psychological effects compound the physical damage. Sleep deprivation increases cortisol, your stress hormone, while simultaneously reducing mood-regulating neurotransmitters like serotonin. The result? Decreased confidence, reduced motivation, and performance anxiety that becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Here's something that should really motivate you. Sleep deprivation is literally aging you at a cellular level. Research published in the journal Sleep Medicine Reviews showed that chronic sleep deprivation accelerates telomere shortening. Telomeres are the protective caps on your chromosomes that shorten as you age. Sleep-deprived men had telomeres equivalent to someone 6 years older. The oxidative stress caused by sleep deprivation damages your DNA, impairs cellular repair mechanisms, and accelerates the aging process. We're talking about premature wrinkles, gray hair, cognitive decline, and increased risk of age-related diseases. You're literally trading years of your life for a few extra hours of consciousness. The immune system devastation is equally concerning. Sleep deprivation suppresses immune function so severely that sleep-deprived individuals are 3 times more likely to develop a cold when exposed to a virus. Your natural killer cells, which fight off infections and cancer cells, are reduced by up to 70% after just one night of poor sleep. For men, this immune suppression is particularly problematic because it creates chronic low-grade inflammation that further suppresses testosterone and growth hormone production. It's a vicious cycle where poor sleep leads to inflammation, which leads to hormonal dysfunction, which makes recovery even more difficult. Let's talk about cognitive performance because this affects every area of your life. Sleep deprivation impairs decision-making, reaction time, and memory consolidation. A study in the journal Nature found that men who slept less than 6 hours performed as poorly on cognitive tests as those who had been awake for 24 hours straight. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for executive function and impulse control, is particularly vulnerable to sleep loss. This explains why sleep-deprived guys make poor food choices, skip workouts, and engage in risky behaviors. Your brain literally can't make optimal decisions when it's running on empty. Now here's the good news. Most of this damage is reversible if you take action now. The key is understanding that sleep isn't just rest. It's when your body performs critical maintenance and repair functions. You wouldn't skip oil changes in your car and expect it to run optimally, so why do that to your body? The optimal sleep duration for men is 7 to 9 hours per night, but quality matters as much as quantity. You need to cycle through all sleep stages, including deep slow-wave sleep and REM sleep, to get the full hormonal and recovery benefits. Here's my evidence-based sleep optimization protocol. First, establish a consistent sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Your circadian rhythm thrives on consistency, and this alone can improve sleep quality by 30%. Create a sleep sanctuary. Your bedroom should be cool, around 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, completely dark and quiet. Invest in blackout curtains and consider a white noise machine. The cooler temperature actually helps trigger the release of growth hormone and melatonin. Implement a digital sunset. Stop looking at screens at least 1 hour before bed. The blue light from phones, tablets, and TVs suppresses melatonin production and keeps your brain in a stimulated state. If you must use devices, invest in blue light blocking glasses or use night mode settings. Time your last meal carefully. Stop eating at least 3 hours before bed. Late night eating, especially carbohydrates, can disrupt sleep quality and interfere with growth hormone release. If you're hungry, stick to a small amount of protein or healthy fats. Consider strategic supplementation. Magnesium glycinate, 400 to 500 milligrams about an hour before bed, can improve sleep quality and duration. Melatonin, starting with 0.5 to 1 milligram, can help reset your circadian rhythm, especially if you've been chronically sleep deprived. Create a wind-down routine. This signals to your body that it's time to prepare for sleep. This could include reading, gentle stretching, meditation, or taking a warm shower. The key is consistency. Do the same routine every night. Optimize your morning routine too. Get natural sunlight exposure within the first hour of waking. This helps set your circadian rhythm and improves nighttime melatonin production. Even 10 to 15 minutes of morning sunlight can make a significant difference. Exercise regularly, but time it right. Regular exercise improves sleep quality and duration, but avoid intense workouts within 4 hours of bedtime. The elevated core body temperature and stress hormones can interfere with your ability to fall asleep. Here's what you can expect if you implement these changes consistently. Within the first week, you'll notice improved mood and energy levels. After 2 weeks, your testosterone levels will start to normalize. Within a month, you'll see improvements in body composition, sexual function, and cognitive performance. The research is clear. Sleep isn't a luxury, it's a biological necessity. Every hour of sleep you sacrifice is costing you testosterone, growth hormone, immune function, and years of healthy life. The guys who understand this and prioritize sleep aren't weak. They're optimizing their biology for peak performance. If you're ready to take your sleep optimization to the next level, I've put together a comprehensive sleep mastery course that includes advanced techniques, supplement protocols, and troubleshooting guides for common sleep issues. You can find the link in the description below, along with my recommended sleep optimization tools and supplements. What's your biggest sleep challenge? Are you struggling to fall asleep, stay asleep, or just finding the time to prioritize rest? Drop a comment and let me know. And if this video opened your eyes to the critical importance of sleep for men's health, make sure to subscribe for more evidence-based content on optimizing your masculine vitality. Thanks for watching, and here's to better sleep and better health.